Hey.
Hello and welcome to the Solori No Guts, No Glory Hour here on Friday, November 15th. Hey, Ben.
Hey, sweetheart.
How are you tonight?
Very good.
We're going to get right to our guests tonight because we have three of them. They're all amazing, and we have a lot to talk about. There's the bell. Bell one. Here we go. First of all, we have Bobby Campbell. We have Kristian Vasquez and Alex Vargas. So, hey, guys. How you guys doing tonight?
What's going on?
Good. How you doing?
These guys are all
Here at the Madhouse, ready to get
Yeah,
mad.
here in the Madhouse. Things get crazy, and it's live, so anything can happen, so you never know.
This kind of appropriate name for boxers, Madhouse. You know what I mean?
It works.
You got to be
Yeah.
you got to be crazy to get in the ring. I've been around the sport a long time, and I know Alex, 18 years old. He's a young, upcoming fighter. You know, and you know what? It takes a special person to get in that ring. You know,
It definitely does.
people don't know what that walk coming out. You know, getting up the stairs and getting in that ring. You're on your own.
Well, I
This-
think
It's a
it's
great
appropriate
experience.
that you guys are on the show because it's the Solori No Guts, No Glory Hour, and if anybody can, identify with that, it would be you guys, right?
No guts, no glory.
That's right. You got
That's right.
Hey, no pun intended.
yeah, exactly. So go ahead. This is your thing. The
All right,
boxing,
but
so
I'm
I'll
going to
let
start
you
with
handle
Bobby
it.
because Bobby, we go back a long ways.
time,
You're
yeah.
a good friend. I've seen you start out. I've seen you fight. You're an animal. You're a beast. And not only that, you're genuine. You're a great guy, man. And my brother Ralphie runs the Kopek Weekly. He used to have the 5K every year,
Yep.
and you would show up every morning, every run, and
Always.
get everybody and get them pumped up and exercise them, stretch them out.
Got to support the town.
Yeah,
That's
it's
it. Kopek's
true.
where it's at.
And now, is that where your gym is?
Actually, I'll be opening up a new gym in Kopek on Merrick Road, actually December 1st. So
Okay.
I'm happy since I grew up from Kopek. I'm happy to be back in Kopek.
That's
Nice,
fabulous.
nice.
Keep
Yeah, you were on 110 for a
I
while.
was on 110 in Amityville, and I was in Big Al's in Amityville.
Right.
Now I'm going to Kopek.
And where
Okay.
in Kopeg? Like, what's the landmark right now? Where you going to be?
Right next to Wendy's. Wendy's
Oh, okay.
and the boat marina, I'm right there.
Right.
Okay, so just
Corn-
west of the road that takes you down to Tanner Park. Right?
Yes,
Is that
well,
right?
just
Yes.
west of the road after that, Jervis. Is
Yes.
it at the corner of Jervis and Merrick Road,
Yes, correct.
right next to
Yeah.
the boat place.
That's
right next
great,
to
man.
And when is that going to be open?
December 1st, we hope.
Nice.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
get
wait.
get him in there to exercise for the new year.
Very exciting. I got a new partner. He's a professional MMA fighter. He's a former from high purple belt from Matt Serra's school, so he's a great
What's his name?
grappler. Jesse McBroom.
Jesse.
Yeah,
Okay.
he came to me from Serra's, wanted to kickbox, and then one thing led to the other. I mean, him became great friends, and he fights like every week.
Well, I know. Your schooling just like to go there and fight and learn to fight. I mean, that you teach well.
Yeah.
But anybody can go. They lose weight.
Yeah,
I mean,
actually, most of my clientele is actually people that are just trying to get fit.
Yeah.
You know, I do train a lot of fighters, but most of my clientele is just getting in shape.
And so they're classes. So you have
I do-
organized classes or one-on-one.
I do group classes and one-on-one. We
And
do
it's-
men, women, children, and then one-on-one.
and it's strictly boxing.
We do kickboxing, we do straight boxing, we do mixed martial arts, and we do strength and conditioning.
And I wish I lived in the.
He
Kopeg
whips them
area,
into
so,
shape,
yeah,
too, man.
I'd be there.
That's the plan.
he kicks their ass. I gotta tell you that. And you're fighting.
I'm
Next
fighting next
Friday?
Friday against Sean Burton, Sean Boom Boom Burton from England.
Give a shout out to Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Good
Thanks
luck,
for
kid.
tuning in tonight.
And Sean be coming in Wednesday next week. We fought 4 years ago.
Fight's over. Oh, okay.
We fought 4 years ago, actually. I stopped him in 4 rounds, so he wants his revenge. So we'll see what happens.
He's coming back with vengeance.
He's coming off a
Coming
big,
from England,
big
wow.
win. He just knocked out a top-ranked fighter last month. So
Wow.
see what happens.
And also, you had a promotion last week.
Last week, I did promote a show in Sons of Italy in Deer Park. It was actually sold out. It was the first time we did MMA in a cage. So it was amateur MMA, amateur kickboxing, amateur grappling, and sold out.
There's going to
Great.
be a lot of that tonight. and your fight next week's going to be at the Upski Hotel, right?
Yes,
And that's
correct.
on Motor Parkway?
Yep, in Hop Hop.
In Hop Hog.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, we'll definitely be there. We hope to see everybody out there. Go check out the fights because they're always good guys over there fighting. So you're going to run a great program.
I sure hope I
Can't
win.
wait. Definitely. And Kristian,
Yes.
you are, well, actually,
Wait, before we even go,
Yeah.
just pull out your chains.
All right.
I gotta see those.
wait, I think they just made them put them away.
I know, but
because
I gotta show them. Those are 2 golden gloves.
Yes, sir.
And they're real gold.
Real gold.
And they're not just a charm. That's
No.
a pride, man.
Thank
to
you.
wear that, you are well respected.
I appreciate
We know what it takes to do that. That's amazing. 2 of them, that is simply amazing.
Yeah, I love them. They're great.
I'll
Congratulations.
hide them. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Well, they hit the
just-
microphone.
They
Yeah.
hit the microphone.
Thank you. Thank you, Vinny. Thank you.
We didn't. We'll go back to Bobby because we didn't ask you titles and everything. But
Yeah, we're not done with you.
yeah, we're not done with you. You're a veteran, so we'll come back. You're a 2-time Golden.
Two-time
Well, I
Golden
almost
Glove
said Golden
champion.
Globe. No,
Golden Globe. Yeah, I wish. That'd be cool. 2-time Golden Glove champion. Yeah.
And what were the years that you obtained that?
2005 and 2006. Back to back.
Well, did you win them both the same weight?
2 different divisions. I won 125 in 2005 and then 132 in 2006.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I heard you sparred with Bobby.
Yeah,
too.
he actually helped me get ready for a few fights.
Wow. That's you know,
great.
it's
Great sparring.
The
let me tell
boxing's
you.
a small world, man. You
Yeah.
know, you get to know a lot of people. You know, you see them around the same venues and stuff
Definitely.
like that.
Bobby's a great guy, like you said. He is
Right.
a great guy, great competitor. You know, like I said, great sparring.
Kristian won the gloves the year I was in the gloves. The only amateur boxing I had was the year that he won the gloves in 05. The
All
first
right.
time.
05.
Well, you
Yeah.
guys all have your acclaim to,
But you're not fighting no more, right?
No, no more. The itch is there always because it's always in you, but the fire is more, in promoting and other, areas. I got my apparel line and a couple other things I'm
I
pursuing.
actually didn't know you had an apparel line.
Yeah, hold that up.
You know what? I had no idea. We talked about all the other stuff, but
Ring King Apparel.
wow,
King.
okay.
That's nice.
And look in the camera and hold it to the camera, up camera too.
Well, you could be a model too. Look at you.
Yeah, and how do people access? That's great. I love that.
RingKingApparel.com. You can go get it.
RingKingApparel.com.
Yeah, we sell hats, custom make hats and trunks and robes and all that stuff.
Really?
for
What about
professional
tank
fighters.
tops? Like, nice girl, feminine.
We can do
cut?
that if
Yeah?
you want it.
There's my
Nice.
wife shopping
Like-
already. There you go. That's my girl, always shopping.
What about footwear? You sell are they called sneakers? What you wear
Boxing
when you're
shoes.
Boxing shoes.
boxing
That'll be
shoes.
something
Okay.
down the line. That,
Yeah, because those are cool.
Yeah,
I would love a
definitely.
pair of those. Just because, I don't know.
And she'll wear them well. Trust me on this, bro.
Sure.
She'll wear them well.
So now promoting, how many shows a year do you generally
Since
promote?
2004, I've thrown over 50 events.
Really?
But there's one event that I put together in 2004 called the New York Amateur Boxing Championships. It's the first amateur belt in the world that's to be defended like a pro belt. So like all the champions from the year before have to come back and defend their title.
Wow.
And here's the belt.
Oh,
belt.
that's great. Hold it still,
Nice.
camera 2. He'll get a close-up. That is beautiful. I actually tried it on before the show.
Yeah.
I took some pictures. It's heavy.
It's pretty solid.
It's definitely
right?
heavy, yeah.
It's fur
solid.
back,
It's not,
you know?
it's not a cheesy little, it's definitely weighted.
That's for show and for pride. That's not to hold up your pants.
Yeah.
Definitely not. That's beautiful.
Well, Alex actually, he's fighting for this belt on November 30th as
All
well.
right, Alex.
So-
Yeah,
Oh, man.
November 30th. So, Alex, how's it going?
Pretty good. I'm in
Yeah.
training right now.
I'm
for
sorry?
this- I'm in training right now for this upcoming fight.
That's great. That's great. I actually connected with you through your mom,
Yeah.
who I work with. Hi, Sandra. How you doing? I know you're watching your boy tonight. You should be really, really proud. He's a great kid. So I found you through your mom, and she said, oh, yeah, my son. I think I saw a picture on her desk, and that's how it all started. And she said, yeah, that's my son. And I think you had just won the Golden Gloves.
Yeah.
And, I said, I'd love to get him on the show, and here you are. And tell me how you got started in boxing, because you're young. You're 18.
Yeah. I actually got started in boxing. I used to watch boxing on TV with my dad, and I always enjoyed it. So my dad decided to take me to the gym one day.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I started.
And your love was pretty much immediate? Like you had a passion for it? When
Yeah,
you-
it just took off from
Yeah.
there. It was just.
Who's your favorite pro boxer?
Oh my God! We always think alike all the time. I was
Except
just
I don't
gonna-
always think about shoes and boots and stuff.
I was just going to ask you that and go through the line. Who do you?
I
you
do,
know,
but in a different way. Tell me.
Yeah.
Of all time, or
Yeah, of all
Of all
time.
time.
Okay.
let's see.
who's the biggest?
You could
I
say
guess
Rocky
Mike.
Marciano.
Mike Tyson would be my favorite of all time.
Mine too.
Um,
One of my
Yeah.
favorites.
And
of all
Phil
time.
Walker's in the
Present-
studio too. He said yeah, and Oscar.
Present
So,
day
yeah.
though is definitely Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd
Mayweather.
Mayweather.
Okay,
That's right.
Christian.
Favorite of all time? Macho Camacho.
Okay.
Macho Camacho.
That's right.
Now listen.
The originator of Flash.
Now listen. I got to think about Macho Camacho because I'm a big Oscar De La Hoya fan.
Right.
And when they fought, they made a bet.
Yeah.
And it was a side bet. And Oscar was going to do something I don't remember. And Hector Camacho was going to have to cut off his little.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And after the fight, they had the scissors there, and Camacho wouldn't do it.
Oh, really?
So that kind of let me down. And I
Ooh.
always was a Camacho.
Well, he was getting older, so I don't think he'd grow it back. So he didn't want to cut
Take
it.
off and pin it on the back.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely the king of Flash.
Yeah.
You know, Ali's the king of talk,
Yeah.
of course. But you're right.
He
Camacho
originated
is
the entrances and all that.
Yeah.
He created entertainment for the Floyds of today, the
Yes.
Broners, and
Right.
a lot
Well,
of these
that's
guys.
Floyd. They all got that from Camacho. Camacho's the first one to come out with the
Yeah,
little kilt-looking thing.
Indian hat,
Yeah,
the
Indian
throne.
hats,
He sat on the
exactly.
chair. Yeah,
The Trojan outfit.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. He was a crazy bastard.
yeah, he was great.
Not like the olden days. The Marciano, Graziano, all those guys. They just were bruisers.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't come out with robes. They just came out.
Yeah.
That's how Tyson came out. You know, Tyson was a warrior too. Remember?
Plain black shorts.
Plain black shorts, no socks, towel on his neck, and
That's
that
it,
was
ready
it.
to go.
You're right.
And then kicked the shit out of everybody.
Oh yeah, he had power.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And
head
Bobby,
movement.
who's your all time?
It's actually a B class fighter, which would be Arturo Gatti.
Oh,
Okay.
I love a Toro.
Just because of the way he fought with his heart.
Well,
Not a great boxer, but B class fighter, but very entertaining to watch.
Toro Gotti has by far the top 2 fights in probably the last 2 decades of boxing, and of course it was against my best friend, good friend in boxing is Mickey Ward.
Yeah.
Great battles. I mean, those
Oh,
guys
yeah.
fought punch for
That-
punch, standing there knocking each other down. I mean, they would go down together in the same round.
Yeah.
It was definitely,
guys fought it
but
out,
The
yeah.
whole fight was a highlight reel. When they
Well, that's a
fought,
good
yeah.
pick, and God rest his soul,
Yeah.
Toro Gotti.
Well,
Yeah.
Have either any of you guys ever been to a pro fight with any of these big name guys? Have you ever? The guys that you're speaking of, like
Oh,
the
no,
more
I never
current
saw-
guys, Tyson or
I mean, more recent
Yeah?
fighters like Zab Judah, Paulie Malignaggi, Adrian Broner. I mean, a bunch of
I
newer
saw
guys.
Bernard Hopkins fight
Yes.
2 weeks ago.
Bernard's
He's a legend.
that's a beast right there,
Yeah.
Bernard
Yeah.
Hopkins.
He definitely is.
It's surprising, he agreed to retire too, and he just won't lay down. That guy, he's a beast.
He's beyond his time. The guy.
You know what? Probably one of my all-time favorites was probably Roy Jones.
Roy Jones.
I
Yeah.
loved Roy Jones.
When he was in his prime.
Yeah, then he got a little bit too cocky.
Yeah.
If he would have went out on his prime, he would have had a better
He fought,
legacy.
He fought in heavyweight.
That's true. Legacy, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Tarver got a hold of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby?
Who's trained by another good friend of mine, Buddy McGirt.
That's right. Long Island guy.
Long Island boys, that's right.
I just want you to tell us your titles too, because you have a bunch of them that I can't even. They have all kinds of letters.
Get
in
out
them,
the
and
list.
I don't know.
As a professional
I'll
kick-
sound real stupid. So
As a professional
I'm gonna try.
kickboxer, I hold the PKF light welterweight world title. I hold the IKF light welterweight world title. Actually, I just recently lost my WK light welterweight world title to Sam Allen in Scotland, which I'm looking forward to my rematch March 1st. So
Good. And where is that going to be held?
it's actually going to be held in Mulcahy's in Wantor.
Oh,
So
we'll be there. You
yeah.
know that. We'll definitely.
I usually
keep us
don't hold
posted on it.
grudges or say anything disrespectful about any fighter.
But
I
this
just-
one you want.
Yeah, I really want to hurt him.
I want to bite his ears.
I'm
His
sure-
children.
I'm sure you're not the first guy who's ever said that. So when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Wasn't who was that was going to eat their children? Was that Tyson?
Tyson.
That was Tyson.
Tyson.
Yeah.
He was going to eat
Lennox
Lennox Lewis,
Lewis,
who
yeah.
didn't have no children at the time. But he wound up eating Evander Holyfield's ear. And
that
but
was good.
Mike Tyson's one of my favorites. And you know what? And she'll tell you, there's many nights I sit on the computer and just watch old Tyson
yeah.
fights, interviews, his interviews.
Hours. One
He's-
night he just sat there for hours. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm watching Tyson videos. Really? Yeah.
He's
hours. He
amazing.
loves
I
it,
mean,
yeah.
even his interviews. And now he does a one-man show. He's on the road.
I saw it.
He's
It was
hysterical.
Great. Oh my God, it's awesome.
I heard
Yeah.
it was great.
He's
I
great.
don't think it's running any longer. I think it might be done.
I
Do
think
you
so.
know?
I saw it a while ago, but it was so
We
funny.
should've
He's
gone.
he's
We
hilarious.
should've gotten to
You
that.
know what?
He's-
He had a good run with Customato, you know. And,
Yeah.
And God rest his soul, but he passed and he got taken over by beasts,
Yeah.
Tyson, and he got tricked into things, and he just lost his focus. That's the only reason. That's the only reason that guy ever lost, because that guy should have never lost. He should have been retired, beating Marciano's record. But
When he was in his prime, he was just sick. His head movement was crazy.
crazy, right? So
Yeah.
his side to side
Yeah.
was what do you say? Impeccable.
Impeccable. Ferocious.
No, it's not.
Ludicrous.
Ludicrous. Yeah, I think he even said that
Ludicrous
too.
one was, there's something was impeccable and something else was he was
Impregnable,
Impregnable.
impetuous.
Yeah, he knows what I'm saying.
Actually,
He
we're going to
knows
mic Phil up if we can during the commercial break and get him on the couch, because I know he's got a huge background in this
Yeah,
stuff
he
too.
loves this
So
stuff, too.
I think we get him on the couch and have him jump in a little bit. But I think we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back with round two, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
Round two. Oh, when we come
Right.
back.
When we
I'll
come
ring
back.
the bell.
This is Beth.
Hi.
Oh, congratulations. When are you due?
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, look at that. Excuse me.
You're totally thin.
You look very sexy.
For life's bleachable moments, all it takes is 3/4 of a cup.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act One will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
Welcome to Formula Auto Wash, where every day is a great day for a car wash. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. Detailing packages for every budget, starting out at $29.99. 100% hand wash and detail centre. Horsehair and microfiber brushes and mitts. Proudly using Ecolab Blue Coral soaps and waxes. Formula Auto Wash has served the community for over 30 years. Senior discounts all day, every day. Ladies' Day Wednesday, $3 off any wash. Early bird discount Monday through Thursday till 9:30 a.m. Check out our website, formulaautowash.com.
So then I said, Mr. Prime Minister, I'm flattered that you love chocolate, but I'm here strictly in a professional. What's wrong with him?
He thinks you're naked.
My shell is brown. It just looks like my milk chocolate is showing. Only a fool would think I'd actually show up naked.
So it's that kind of party. Hit it!
I'm sexy and I know it.
Aye.
Look at that body. Look at that body. Look at that body.
I work out. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Hey, we're back at the Madhouse with my wife Janet
Hello.
and my guest.
In the Madhouse.
We added a guest. We got Phil Walker over here. This is a good buddy of mine. He knows a lot about the fight game.
That's right. I just want to say to all the ladies that are watching, this is a really good-looking group of 4 men over here.
Thank you.
And
Thank
my
you,
husband,
Jan.
of course, 5. But really, and sweethearts, they're really good. And they're tough and brawny.
Just when I thought I was good-looking, man.
So before we go on to, because Vinny's really going to do this show. He knows all about the boxing and the names and all that. I just know you guys sweat a lot.
She just knows
you guys
you're
sweat
cute.
and spit and you're cute. And, you know, if somebody wants to find out about your gym or your fights, where do they look? Look into camera 2 and tell everybody where we can.
They can find me on Campbell's Kickboxing at Facebook or BobbyTheJackhammer.com.
Okay.
Either or, you can find out information, or even Jackhammer Promotions on Facebook.
Good, awesome.
Now, Jackhammer, where did that come from?
Actually, I got that nickname years ago.
I know how you hit, so I can only imagine where it came
Years ago. I like to throw a lot of punches.
Okay.
Punches and bunches. So that's how I got
Punches
it.
and
Well,
bunches.
Christian said he sparred you, and
That's
he said you hit hard.
Does got a good
He
punch.
does, right?
I hit pretty hard for a little guy.
And you got an event coming up.
Big event, yes. Ninth annual.
Let's give it to camera 2, and we'll tell them where it
Okay.
is and when it
It's
is.
the 9th annual New York Amateur Boxing Championships. It's going to be at the Upski Hotel in Hop Hog. As a matter of fact, Alex Vargas, right here, Golden Glove champion 2013, is going to be fighting in the event. We have nine Golden Glove champions fighting in the event. We have 15 title bouts, and it's going to be a great event. I mean, you guys got to come out and get tickets now at boxingtix.com.
Very good.
Boxingtix.com.
BOXINGTIX.com.
Now, is that how? Now, if they want to find you for future events, they want to know what you're doing, what you're up to.
You could go to ringkingpromotions.com, and you
Okay.
can find out pretty much anything
And
that.
that's anything. That's your promotions. That's your
Yeah, there's
your
links to
apparel.
everything on there. Yeah, so.
Okay, great.
So if they bring up Ring King, is there a Facebook page too?
Yeah,
Because
Facebook.
people love Facebook.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to go away from it, but I'm on it. Facebook.com/Ring King Promotions. Yeah.
Okay, that's a great name too.
What
Thank
about you, Alex? You
Um,
got a Facebook page out there?
Yeah, or you can find me on Twitter, Alex 2X's _ Vargas, and Instagram Alex 2X's and _ Vargas.
Okay. See,
We need to get him a new name.
That's a great boxing name. Alex Vargas.
great.
So many
It
people
does.
have
It's
my
Vargas.
so many people have my name though.
Yeah.
I
It's
have to
definitely
think
got
about
a
these
great
names.
ring to it.
Well,
Sounds.
It's a
tough
tough.
name too, though.
It's a tough
Alex
Definitely.
Vargas,
Yeah.
right?
No, I'm talking about the
Yeah.
double
Well,
underscore.
that's what
Yeah,
I'm
the
saying. On
double
Facebook
underscore.
and
Yeah.
stuff, it's hard
That's how
to
you-
have a name because so many people have my name. So I have to
Right,
double
exactly.
underscore on it.
Well, I think when we first got in touch, I think was it you that I said you're going to have to friend me because
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
so many
Yeah.
Alex Vargases. I'm not going to know. And you know, when you go to look for somebody on Facebook, it's tiny little pictures. So you know, and I
Yeah.
didn't know I
And
hadn't
it's me
seen what you look
boxing,
like.
so
And I'm sure a lot of Alex Vargases look like you, dark eyes, dark hair, dark skin. I don't think I would be lost. So you had to look for me.
Ha ha! There's only one Vinny Solori.
And then we have Phil.
Thank
who-
God.
Phil, you've been on our
I heard
show.
that, Bobby.
Phil's a musician, producer, the whole
Mixed
works,
martial arts,
and he's
yeah.
a mixed martial
Martial arts.
artist. And you're out of it right now because you have an injury.
He karate chops someone.
I've seen your
It's
stuff.
like on my
You-
left hand.
I've seen your stuff. Your kicks are killers.
Thank you,
Killers.
thank you.
So I guess right now, as far as your MMA stuff, there's
Oh, yeah,
not
I'm just
But-
relaxing right now, resting.
right. But when you come back to it, you'll let us know, and we'll let the
Absolutely.
whole world know where
We'll
they
get
can
you on one
find
of these cards, babe.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Definitely.
He's got some good stuff.
Definitely. Well, now you
Good.
met the guy, so you know there's.
Now, Joe, who's promoting your show?
Joe Pulio's promoting the show next Friday.
Joe Pulio.
Yeah, he's a good promoter. He's been
Yeah,
around for years.
he's put on some good shows. I
Yeah.
know Joe. Joe knows me. I spoke to him last week on the phone, and I said, "You'll remember me when you see me," because by name, you know, Joe. He talks to hundreds and
Oh,
thousands
yeah,
of
thousands
people.
of people, yeah.
I mean, he's a great promoter. He
No.
always runs a good show. I mean,
Yeah.
it's always a nice setup and stuff like that.
No.
I also have another friend fighting on that card, Mike Corleone.
Yeah.
So I
Mike
give a
will,
shout out to Mike. I mean, I wish you the best. You know, I love you, brother. Do what you do best, my friend. Right? I mean, you
But he's
know
also-
Michael.
Yeah, I know Michael. He's actually fighting one of my buddies. So,
Okay.
So I wish them both a good
Yeah.
fight. you
Well,
know.
we always wish everybody to be safe.
Yeah, that,
You know
that's
what I
all
mean?
that matters. Then,
I wish
then.
Sean to be safe against you. I
Yes.
wish you to win because you're my
Yeah,
brother.
it's a little.
Yeah, that is true.
It's hard for me when I go. Of course, I always go with Vinny to the fights, but I find it difficult at times. You know, when somebody's really getting beat bad. It's never been you. It's never been Bobby. But I always feel bad for the other guy when he's really getting a beating. It's just so hard to watch. And then I think, as a mom, you know, my kids wrestled for maybe 2 years in high school, so they didn't really have a wrestling career.
Yeah.
But when I went to their matches, I had a really hard time watching that. I mean, hockey's different.
And that was wrestling.
Football, but anything
It's
physical
hard
like
when,
boxing.
when
right
loved
there.
ones watch someone compete that they love, and
It's hard for me
Yeah.
when they're not even a loved
Yeah.
one, but you know, it's so tough. Sometimes I actually,
Someone's got to lose.
yeah,
Now,
I
what,
know. But
what family members of
you take a
yours
beating
will be at your fight?
all my family members, father, mother,
Mom, dad,
yeah,
everybody?
brother, yeah,
Brother-
everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone
Beautiful.
comes out to support. So
That's awesome.
actually, funniest thing is actually 4 years ago when I fought this guy Sean Burton, your actual brother walked me down to the ring.
Oh, Ralphie.
Yeah, Ralphie
Okay.
walked me to the ring 4 years ago. So I gotta give him a call, see if he's going to the fight.
Okay. Yeah, he'll come. You know Ralph. He
Oh, yeah,
loves
of course
you, man.
he'll be there.
So
He loves
Alex,
you.
I'm curious. How you said you started when you were like 8,
Yeah.
and you boxed ever since? Ever
No.
since? Like, was there a break?
There were a lot of breaks. I mean, I took 3 years off before I fought in the Golden Gloves, but I played all high school sports. I played football, I wrestled, I ran track.
Okay, see, I had a
So-
feeling because you look you
What
look
high
like an
school?
athletic
Bellport.
body.
Oh, Bellport.
Yeah.
They
And
always have
that's
a good
division. Which
program.
division is that? Division 2? D2?
It was 2, now it's 3.
Now it's 3.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But
Yeah.
they always have a good program, Bellport.
Yeah, they
I played
yeah,
them
one of the
back
top
in the day.
programs.
That there was a guy out there, Tommy Watson, played football there.
Yeah, I know, I've heard of
Everybody knows of him. This
Yeah.
guy was a beast. He was a man amongst boys, man.
What position did you play in football?
that. I played running back, safety, kick returner, and I actually kicked too.
Really?
Yes.
Do you still follow football like NFL?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
not so
every
much?
day. I
And
watch.
and your team is
Giants.
the Giants.
And, college
okay.
is Florida State.
Okay.
Florida
We got
State.
Phil's a Giant fan. Vinny's a diehard Jet fan. Kristian, are you a football fan?
Jet
at all?
fan. I like
Jet
I
fan.
love my
Okay,
Jets.
so we got 2
There you
Jets,
go.
2 Giants.
Yeah.
I'm a Ravens fan. Do you watch football?
No, not really.
Okay.
I do.
He ain't got time. He's fighting too much. So you went to Scotland and fought that fight?
Yeah, I went to Scotland.
That
yeah.
was a trip. Was that first time in Scotland, I guess, right? Was
Yeah,
it?
it's first time in Scotland, yeah. So hopefully I'm going to France soon.
Nice.
France. Wow.
So good to travel the world.
Hopefully I could come support you.
Great,
I want to come to
definitely, yeah.
France.
Scotland was
She'll
nice.
travel with you.
Now my wife's going to go, we got to go to France. We got to
Yeah.
go see Bobby fight.
That's it. France should be nice.
I'll shop.
See what I'm saying? I like it in Hall Park.
So now, what weight are you fighting in?
142 pounds.
142.
White
And
welter.
Alex?
165.
Okay. Wow. Now, where are you? Can I ask you where you're at now with your weight, or is that you're not supposed to talk about because you can't let anybody know that's watching, like
No,
your
no,
opponent, or
no.
does it matter?
No, it's fine. I'm at like 168 right now. I
Okay.
still have 2 weeks to fight, so I'll be perfect.
So
if I fight
dropping
now.
those last few pounds is more diet or hardcore. Hardcore
no,
training.
actually, 165 is an easy way to make. Actually, after the gloves, I want to go down to 152 because
Really?
you know they're so much bigger than I am at 165.
What's your normal weight?
I'm a little guy. I'd say around 170, 173.
Okay.
Yeah,
That was
so-
mine too, back in like 12th grade.
He handles 165 easy. He handles those guys easy.
It's just harder though because they're so much bigger, so it's more work for me to get inside, break them down, instead
He
of
does
being
it.
able to box.
He does it well. His kid is amazing.
So now with boxing, a lot of times when I watch the what's it called, the stats?
Yeah.
What's when you see each guy that
This,
Is it a big deal when a guy has a few more inches in arm length than you when you fight? Is that like a big deal? Yeah. That's a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Because he gets his punches
It's
out.
harder to get inside, but
quicker,
once
right?
you get
It's- yeah.
inside, it's hard for them because they have long arms. They can't really punch down.
Well, when you're outreach, it's a different fight plan.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
everything's counted to like a chess match.
Yeah.
You know, am I right? I mean, everything's
This is game
counted.
of chess, yeah.
You know,
They know how to use the length. If they
right.
don't,
If you
it
if
can
you
be
got a hard
disadvantage.
hitter, you know, there's different
Okay,
ways to
so
get around it.
because all these questions
Run.
these are enlightening for the people that have no idea about boxing. You know, so you study like when you know how far in advance do you know in general when you're going to fight somebody? This is directed to really either of you because now you're currently boxing. Like when you're on this card now, when did you know you were going to be taking this fight?
About 10 weeks.
So do you follow all the stats on the guy you're going to fight?
Yeah,
That
we
you kind of
watch-
watch? Do you watch
we watch
him just like
videos,
anything else?
yeah.
You watch, you see his techniques, you see how.
We
Okay,
have game plan specifically made for him.
right. Same thing with you. You study. Is that what you do?
Well, it depends because during the Golden Gloves, it's a random pick, so you don't know
You
who
don't
you're
know who you're
fighting.
fighting.
You have to kind of figure them
It's
out. in the
amateur.
You don't
ring.
know.
It's amateur.
Yeah.
But I don't know how that works when you say it's amateur. What does that mean?
Hey,
You
you
go
get
in, you go in. No, but you go in that
Well,
night
that's what
and you
makes you
have no.
professional, right?
But you go on that night and you have no idea.
Well, you're in the same weight class, but you don't know who you're fighting.
So there could be 5 other guys in your weight class, and it's like a luck of the draw that
Yeah,
night when you
like
get there.
There's usually probably about 20 guys in your weight
Like
class.
no, this year actually in my weight class I had 64. It was the
64?
biggest,
64?
the biggest weight class in the Golden Gloves. Yeah. So.
And you won it.
Yeah, I did.
That's,
win it.
that's,
That
that's
is
so
so
cool.
awesome.
Your
What-
mom and dad must be so proud because
Yeah,
we're
they're
young.
really
You know what I mean?
Was
I mean, I'm
Mommy
sure
fights?
Bobby's are too, but you know, when you're that young and it's awesome.
I was super proud too. I've been watching him box since a kid, so I was real proud of him. He also tell me the award you won.
Oh yeah, I won the Mark Breland Award, which is awarded to
Nice.
the best
Mark
novice
Breland,
boxer of the
he's a
tournament.
gold medal winner. Mark
Yeah.
Breland.
Oh, your mom, your mom had told me that when she was telling me.
Also a champion fighter, you know, and Mark Breland's phenomenal.
Now, Kristian, what do you do to keep in shape? Because you obviously still look like you're
Well, I also train people, for
You do?
fitness and stuff like
Okay.
that. So, I mean, I'm always training people. I try to hit the gym as much as I can. So, I hit the bag. I work out as a boxer.
So
as
you,
well.
so you, I was gonna say, because you look like you're still, in fighter shape, yeah.
I'm in
So,
all right shape.
and you work out in a regular boxing gym.
Yep.
Yeah.
Atlantic Veterans Memorial Boxing Gym in Shirley.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I
Great.
work
And do you want to plug where you work out? Same place?
Actually, the same gym, yeah.
Same place. And I know Bobby works out at Campbell's Kickboxing.
Well, actually, I work out at Belmore Kickboxing Academy.
Right.
My trainer, Chris Cardona, my strength and conditioning coach, Tony Ricky.
Okay. Oh, in Belmore.
Tony
In
Ricky's
Belmore,
coach?
yeah, my strength and conditioning coach, Tony Ricky, yeah. I've been with him for a while.
Now, Phil, when you're in the circuit and you're doing your thing,
I
what
was
gym?
training back in the day at Black Belt Academy with Jody Arce. And, actually, you said Matt Sarah's guys goes?
Yeah.
They used to come downtown to school. We used to spar
Oh,
back
yeah?
in the day, and then the school moved. And
So you were training with Joe D'Arcy?
Yep.
Actually, Joe's half-brother just fought on my show. Eric D'Arcy just
Wow.
fought on my show Saturday.
He's-
Fought to a
he's-
draw, but
really,
it was a
that
good
must
fight.
have been an amazing fight.
Yeah,
'cause
real good fight.
Joe was incredible. He was,
Yeah. No,
I
well,
met
Joe-
him. He was a brown belt, and I was
Yeah.
like, this guy's
Joe's a
incredible.
crazy good grappler. Really good grappler. Joe's a good guy, too. I've known him for years.
Now, what you do kickboxing?
I fight kickboxing. I have guys that fight MMA and kickboxing, yeah. But my partner trains them for the grappling. I don't do that.
How come you never switched?
Because I actually like boxing the most, but I can kick. A lot of kickboxers say that I shouldn't be kickboxing. I should be going back to boxing.
Right.
But I really can kick. I'm a good kicker too.
Yeah, he's got a hard kick, too.
I just don't kick too often.
Well, listen, I want to tell you that ever since Janet knew you were coming on, and she knew you were champion, she was like, she's excited. She wants a shot at you. And she's no joke.
Uh-oh.
The real
But that's
deal.
all it is, though. That's all. You intimidate your
So I
opponent,
told
that's all it
her,
is.
Come on,
she can have a shot at you.
Come on.
If I lose, it's gonna be bad for my ego.
I'm
Here you
blue.
go.
I'm blue. He's red.
You're blue,
blame it on
he's
the
red.
Come on, Janet, you can get him.
Here we go. Do we go? Where's the bell? Where's the bell?
I don't have the bell.
We need the bell.
I don't have the bell.
Bing, bing.
Ding. Go. You gotta press.
I'm trying.
Oh, that's one. Let's go.
I'm
Come on, keep
pressing.
going. You back up. You gotta back up, honey. Come on. Bobby knocked you out. The
fight was fixed.
See, this is what I mean.
The champ
This is
is
what I
here.
mean about this
The
Campbell
champ.
guy.
The champ is here.
He's no joke. This is
He's the champ.
Sean. I'm really
This
sorry.
thing was rigged. It wasn't even punching.
I'm really sorry, but hold on.
God, that was a setup. That was.
Hold
a
on.
fix.
I'm going to give the championship belt to my buddy Bobby. This is the NG belt, the no guts, no glory
It looks
championship
better
belt.
when it's right side up.
There it is.
There you go.
There's the belt.
And there it is, Bobby. There's
There you
another
go,
belt.
Bobby.
You got to add that on.
Champion now.
You got to add that on to your belts there, buddy.
That's good for my ego. I needed that win.
See? You
That's great.
That's great.
I did have a question I wanted to ask, now I forgot.
Because you got knocked out.
Yeah, I got knocked out. Oh.
I told you.
Sean Burton, if you're watching, that's what I'm gonna do to you.
Yes.
Uh-oh, Sean. Uh-oh.
I told you keep your chin down. It's hard. I'm telling
So
you.
now, have you ever kickboxed at all? Or mixed martial arts, or basically just boxing?
Just boxing.
Just boxing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to take a
Wrestle.
quick oh, I'm sorry.
We're going to kick it to a commercial.
We're going to kick it to a commercial, and we're going to come back with Kristian, because he was
'cause-
just going to say something, but I had to cut him off.
Listen, because sometimes when we're talking here and we're going, we don't realize how we're moving and talking. And then we'll have like Vicky or Tommy come over and hold the commercial sign to us. You guys don't get to see that. All these guys see it and they understand. But we'll be right back with more of this great boxing shit and having fun.
Stay with us for round 3.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
When your cable's on the fritz, you get frustrated. When you get frustrated, your daughter imitates. When your daughter imitates, she gets thrown out of school. When she gets thrown out of school, she meets undesirables. When she meets undesirables, she ties the knot with undesirables. And when she ties the knot with undesirables, you get a grandson with a dog collar. Don't have a grandson with a dog collar. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. When your cable company keeps you on hold, you get angry. When you get angry, you go blow off steam. When you go blow off steam, accidents happen. When accidents happen, you get an eye patch. When you get an eye patch, people think you're tough. When people think you're tough, people want to see how tough. And when people want to see how tough, you wake up in a roadside ditch. Don't wake up in a roadside ditch. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Guys, ready for the show? Yeah. Enjoy it.
Brooklyn's best locksmith and hardware.
We have 3 of the largest showrooms of safes on display and in stock. You can see and touch them in person instead of browsing a catalog. We carry gun and rifle safes, burglary safes, jewelry safes, fire rated from a half hour to 2 hour. Famous name brands.
We sell Gardol.
We sell AMSAC.
The new AMSAC touchscreen.
If you're ever in need of a safe, think Brooklyn's best locksmith and hardware. Right, Lockie?
That's right, Alan.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
Hey, welcome back to the
And we're
Madhouse.
back. We're back in the Madhouse for the Glory No Guts No Glory Hour. Applause, applause.
Everybody's clapping over here.
So we left off. I had to interrupt Kristian. He was about to. We were talking about fighting if you kickbox at all, but you were a wrestler.
Yeah, I wrestled.
You wrestled
For 5th grade to like 11th grade, but I was pretty good. 32-2.
Really?
Yeah, because I was when I was a kid, I was like, oh, I was proud of that, you know. So.
Yeah, of course, you should be proud of that as an adult. That's amazing. 32-2. I mean, how many people can boast a record like that?
I think I was like 119.
You wasn't 1-0. Come on, 92.
119.
High school.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wrestled at 02.
Yeah.
And I was 16-0. Longest match, 59 seconds.
Nice. Would you like the crossface?
They called me the Minuteman, and I was like, "Well, look." And when I got older, I didn't want that name. The Minuteman. That must be the Minuteman, you know. And the wrestling match, it was fun, but you know, at home it's
not real life.
You don't get nowhere being the Minuteman.
It's like I heard about you.
You know, there was a girl. I forget what school it was, and maybe any of you might want to intervene with this, but she was on the boys wrestling team.
Longwood.
Was it Longwood?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't know. I feel
If she's
like
cute,
different
you don't
ways.
mind.
She actually was. She actually was. She was pretty attractive. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think a girl should be in a sport with guys like that. You know. I don't know. I just don't see it as.
See, I play hockey. I played, co-ed hockey. That's okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
different.
it's the
But
contact.
to me, wrestling, it's it's a very intimate,
Yeah.
kind of contact.
I wouldn't call it intimate.
You know what I mean? So I almost feel like the girl would have a handicap because I feel like either the guy's going to be totally like, well, yeah, you want to do this? Well, let's do it. And have that talk, right? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
It's either going to be that.
from a guy's perspective, that's got to feel like rape. You know what I mean? You
Well,
got to try to pin a girl
I actually
down.
did
She don't want to.
You did?
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Or it's the opposite.
I say
where-
no, man. I give.
So what were you going to say now?
I actually did wrestle when I was in 9th grade.
You did?
And, yeah, I didn't want to really.
Did
Because
you
it
win?
was the girl.
You
but-
wrestled her?
Well, not in the match. Like we went to scrimmage, their team.
Right.
And
Yeah, that's got to be.
I was like,
That's how you
I was
came
like,
up with
I was
Longwood
like,
so quick.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna, work with her, and then she just tore me apart. I wasn't
Did she
expecting.
really?
She was really good. Yeah. She was
Okay,
like one
so
of
she
the
gave
best.
you a run for your money.
No,
But
she tore him apart.
She tore me apart. That wasn't even
kicked
for money.
his ass.
She beat me up. Yeah.
Kind of like Bobby
And
did
I
to
was
you
like,
in the Rock and Robot.
Yeah.
So that was the kid they were talking about that got beat up?
Yeah, but do you think it
Yeah,
was
but she was
because you
hot,
held
though.
back at all? I mean, because there's
No,
certain
I
places
mean-
you don't want to touch and you don't want to.
I mean, in a
think it's
way,
kind of
but
awkward.
then once she started beating me up, I was like, all right, I kind of have to do something. But
You
she
have
was,
to kick
she
your
was
ass.
beating everyone in the
That
room.
makes sense.
She was beating everyone.
I'll be easy on oh shit, his girl's for
Yeah,
real.
but it wasn't just me. It was like she was beating a lot of.
But you know what? So opponents, other schools, she was taking a lot of those guys down.
Yeah,
But
apparently she was.
But again, is it because I'm not taking anything away from women in sports because I'm all for that?
Wait, you said she was going down on a lot of guys in high school? I'm taking them down.
I would think, as an opponent coming from a different school, yeah, he's crazy.
Sorry.
I would think they're going to be intimidated and they're not going to want to because it's not something they probably have ever done.
No,
So
some
now
of
they
those
got to
girls
get
are
on the mat with
beasts.
this
They
girl.
have a point to prove, and they want to go in there and just demolish everybody. That's just their. I had the same thing when I was training back in Black Belt Academy. There was a couple there, and he was very protective of his girlfriend, and he was a blue belt. So all the training that she did was just with the boyfriend. But we're all like, oh, we want to train with her because she was actually pretty good. She was doing like flying arm bars and everything. We're like, wow, just to see that. But she took it seriously, so it's like
Right.
she got respect.
And I understand that in that form, but again, in wrestling, on the mat where your head's in between somebody's crotch and everything, I think for the opponent coming in, wrestling against this girl, I think there's got to be some kind of hesitation, I would think, which is going to, impair them from doing, I don't know, I
think it all depends what she looks like.
I just think, I don't know, I can't speak
that
on
might be a big
anybody's
factor to me. I'll wrestle her. I don't want to wrestle her.
But I mean, good for her that she was great and she tore it up because I'm all for that. I mean,
Bobby kicked the shit out of you. See what he did to my wife? No mercy, knocked her right out of the ring.
Yeah, he did. That was fixed, by the way. Was it fixed?
No.
Okay, really?
It was fixed. He cracked you right in the mouth.
Knocked you out. Did you see that?
Knocked you out of the ring.
Out of the ring.
I've never seen a rock'em sock'em
That's what I'm talking
go
about.
out of the ring.
Bobby Campbell? I can't do that thing with my eyebrow, but I want a rematch.
Do you see this?
Oh, you want the belt?
We're on. But I was just invited during the commercial break from Bobby himself to sing the national anthem at which event?
January 18th, my next MMA, amateur MMA show.
Oh, this girl could sing.
Great, well, don't pump it up.
Yes,
now.
she can.
She can sing.
Well,
National
that's what I'm
anthem's
hoping
going on.
for.
She ain't that good at wrestling. I always seem to win that one.
Definitely, I would be honored. I look forward to it.
I look forward to it too. I always look for someone to sing the national anthem. It's hard. People get nervous.
Yeah.
No, she's
Well, I don't
singing.
get
I can't
nervous.
sing,
It's just
so-
that one note in that song that you got to be like a pro to hit it. But that's okay. I'm going to do it. It's all
You
good.
tell me what note.
It's
We'll
all
make
good.
extra noise so you can get to it.
You want to do a practice right now?
No. We'll do some Tom Jones. So that's an inside joke. But,
Yeah, that's unusual. It's not unusual.
but go ahead. So we have some boxing questions because, like I said,
Well,
it's not really-
we know you're fighting next week,
Yeah.
right? Your promotion, your
Promotions on the 30th.
on the
promoting
30th,
the following week,
and
right?
and Alex is fighting on that card.
Yeah. One of the main events, yeah.
Nice. And do you know who he's fighting already?
He's fighting a kid named, how do you say it? He's a Chinese Russian, and he's, his name is
Oh, man.
Vasily Kunivish.
I thought it was
think
like
that's his name,
Ying-
Vasily Kunivish.
Yin
Djokovic.
Djokovic.
Something like that. Kid's
Yeah,
tough.
definitely
He's,
sounds tough.
yeah, he's from Brooklyn.
Can I buy a vowel? Right? One of those names.
Yeah, he's from Brooklyn, and but Alex should handle him pretty easily.
Now, Bobby, before you said you had you knew about this fight 10 weeks ago. You do a 6-week training? How many weeks do you train before the fight?
Usually do 8-week camp, sometimes 10 week, depending on you know, what opponent we have, you know, what we actually know about. We did 8 week this time.
8 weeks.
Yeah.
Is it grueling? I mean, how many hours a day you do?
Not. Everyone thinks like you train like 1,000,000 hours a day. No, it's not like that. You know, train twice a day, but you know, just an hour each time. But you know, go 119% for that hour. You know?
Right, and by that point, you're in pretty good shape to begin with. Same thing with you, Alex?
Yeah,
Once or twice a day towards the end?
Well, I go to school in the morning, so yeah, in the afternoon I train. It's not too long, but the amount we do train, you know, it's pretty hard.
And then now to drop weight, I guess it depends on how much weight you can drop. You normally don't have to, towards the end of your training, have to drop a massive amount of weight, right? Normally it's within a few pounds, generally? Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, in my case, I'm not struggling with weight because it's not...
It's 3 pounds away, right?
Yeah, I don't walk around too far away from it. It's when, you know, I drop to 152 is when I have to really pay attention to it before the fight, but I should be fine.
Right, so like the last few days, because I'm into nutrition and all that, the last few days of training before the fight, how does your diet change, or does it? I mean,
yeah, it definitely changes. You know, no fatty foods. I'll eat grilled chicken, vegetables.
you guys do asparagus, because that's a diuretic that helps get all the water retention out.
I'm right now trying to drop down to heavyweight. I'm trying to drop down to super heavyweight.
It's a tough battle. Swedish fish don't help with
I
that.
eat fish every night.
Yeah.
Swedish fish, but
Swedish fish are good.
They're good. They don't stop.
So you two, like the last couple of days before the actual fight, you change your diet drastically?
Yeah, it depends how many pounds off I am. You know, I cut the carbs. You know.
What's your normal weight?
Mid-50s, maybe low 50s, maybe 53. Maybe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, maybe. Depends.
Okay.
Depends.
And you're fighting at 42?
Fighting at 42, yeah. So I weighed in the day before, so.
And how many pounds you put back on after the weigh-in?
Around 10.
10?
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah. What about you? You do the same? Or
No,
you're right around 5 pounds.
Yeah,
right?
and we don't weigh in the day before. We usually weigh in before the fight, you know, like an hour before the fight. So you just eat a little bit.
Now, let me ask Bobby, when was your first pro fight?
My first pro fight was November 19, 2001.
2001?
Yep, got paid $200.
You got paid
$200 on my first pro fight, yeah.
And you win?
No, I lost.
You lost?
I got $200. I lost.
Oh, you won. You
You
got
didn't lose that
$200.
bad. Yeah, exactly.
I lost. I got my.
Was it win or lose $200?
Win or lose $200. Got my ass kicked.
Okay, so does it get easier for your parents? Maybe not your dad so much because men are brawny and that stuff doesn't bother them. But as you fought, did it get easier for your mom? Because I have to think, and I'm going to get to you in a minute too with that your mom at first had to be like,
does mom cheer?
or does she want to watch,
cringe?
but you don't want to
The
watch?
first time I did an 8-round fight, she said to me, she goes, I didn't know it was that many innings. And I go, what? She goes, I didn't know it was 8 innings. And she goes, you're pretty good. I usually don't watch it. Usually you go like 4 or 5 innings. And I'm like, rounds.
I love it. Mama Campbell, I love it.
But it is easier as she go for her?
Yeah,
She's good with it now.
Yeah. You know.
And now Alex.
I love it. That's classic, bro.
You're just kind of, as far as competing, you're just kind of starting out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, competing as in actual fights?
Yeah.
No, I fought when I was like 10. It's just I wouldn't fight. You know, I'd take time off.
Oh, okay. And how's mom with that, though? I mean...
My mom, she gets really nervous, but at the same time, it's
Do you
like...
hear her when you're in the ring?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. My dad will have her film the fights, and she actually gets too loud. You can't even... All you hear is her. My dad's like, we have to actually tell her to calm down.
She's holding the camera.
Yeah, she's
right by the microphone.
Yeah, she's actually... So we're like, calm down. You're ruining the tapes. So,
yeah, that's
but
funny.
I don't know. She gets nervous, but, I mean, she still cheers.
Yeah.
So what's your amateur record?
I honestly have no idea.
You have no idea?
No, because I take time off. I lost my book. So then recently, I just fought in the gloves, so I was 5-0 in the gloves. So.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Let's stick with 5-0. That's nice.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see you fight on the 30th.
Yeah.
I really can't wait. And again, that's at the Upski Hotel on Motor Parkway in Hop Park, Saturday, November 30th. And that fight, it starts what time, the fights in general?
Well, the doors open at 6.
Doors open at 6.
The fights start at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, we're also going to have ring 10 there. We're going to have some legend boxers such as Junior Jones, Iran Barkley,
Hiram
I'm
Park.
forgetting a few names, but we're going to have a few really good legends there that are going to come sign autographs, take
Very
pictures
nice.
with the fighters and fans. So it's another attraction to the event.
Yeah, and that's a nice place. We've been to many events there at the Upski Hotel, and it's really a good place for the fights. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Everybody likes it.
Yeah, they
It's
have
nice
a,
setup. You got the hallway.
yeah,
with
they
the-
have a bar,
with the
so if
dressing
anybody,
rooms.
for refreshments, cocktails, whatever,
I'm
around the
talking
rings.
about the dressing rooms, the setup. You got the bar. My girl, she loves it.
I know,
We
it's
also
just-
we
it's
also
fun.
do dinner VIPs at these events. So
Okay,
there's
so
a
they
few
have
left
tables?
if you want them.
Oh,
So what,
really?
they set up tables for dinner?
Yeah, 10-person table seating with full course meal. You get 3 choices. I don't know what they are right now, and an open bar all night. So a
How
lot
much
of
is a table?
they go for $2,000 as a sponsorship.
Okay.
If you're not coming in as a sponsor, they're less. But if you want more information on that, you can call me.
Okay, good.
Right, and that's again, where are they going to find you on that ring?
You know, for the event, for this event, I just keep it simple with boxingtix.com.
boxingtix.com.
Yeah, all the information is there: phone number, email, everything you need.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it's
So
gonna be a
now we
good
have
time.
2 weeks of fights. We have next. What's the date? What's the date?
The
Next
22nd,
Friday.
Next Friday.
The 22nd, Friday.
22, honey.
Okay,
2/2.
Friday, November 22nd, Friday at the Upski on Motor Parkway in Hopog, and then the following Saturday, a week later, the 30th, is where we're going to watch
At the
Alex
Upski.
do his
At the
thing.
Upski.
You're both going to have another win.
Maybe we'll just
Yeah,
get
definitely.
we'll just
See
get
your
a room
record.
and stay there for the week.
Yeah, that's all. That's all.
Yeah,
I can't-
that is a nice venue.
Yeah, it is. I can't wait to see you guys fight. I'm really excited. I really am. It's going to be awesome.
I mean, some venues you go to. I mean, you've been what's your record?
For what? Fighting?
Yeah.
Professional kickboxing, it's 27 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw.
Unbelievable. That's
Impressive.
amazing.
Yeah.
So you've been in some dives, right? Some hardcore
Yeah.
gyms and
Yeah.
some promotions and stuff. Right?
Yeah. No, I've been. Yeah.
And you've been fighting. You fought for Joe a couple times, haven't you?
Yeah, fought for Joe a couple times. Yeah. Actually, my second amateur fight was with him when I was 15 years old.
Now I know your show was probably pretty much sold out. Where you're fighting, but there might be some tickets. They might
Yeah.
squeeze some more out. Joe was telling me, so we need to really push that. I mean, it's next Friday.
I
gonna
have
leave
2
here.
VIP tickets left.
We're gonna leave here and go right to your show. So
Yeah.
There you go.
You know what's funny?
2 VIP tickets left. That
That's
you
all-
have.
Yeah, that I have, and I have some general admission tickets
Okay.
left.
All right. So as long as you have tickets, I know Joe. Well, what does he do? He gives the tickets out to the fighters.
Gives tickets out to the fighters.
And do you have a certain amount of tickets to get rid of, or? I mean, there's no. I know there's no limit, but
Yeah.
he expects you to get rid
Yeah,
of.
he
some.
expects me to get rid of it.
And you always have a following anyway.
Yeah, I usually
so
have a good following.
You're a good guy to put on the card for him because
Yeah, of course.
not only do you give a good fight,
Yeah, I
you're
have
going to
good
sell
following.
seats.
Yeah, no, that's it.
I've been in there. Now, is it still gold and black?
Actually, white and black.
White and black?
White and gold, sorry.
White and gold. Well,
yeah.
it used to be gold and black.
Yes. Wow.
'Cause I remember the gold and black
Old
section.
school, yeah.
Christian,
Wow.
let me ask you a question. Now, you're promoting this fight in 2 weeks. How many fights a year? Like now, are you already looking ahead to like? No, I know Bobby mentioned the next fight in January.
Right.
What's your next thing? Like, do you have something already?
Well, I have
in the
some
works?
things I want to put together. You know, some bigger, more like charity type of boxing events. But this particular one is my 9th one, the NYABC, and we do it once a year. We do it at the end of the year so that it's like the last hurrah for all the boxers before
Right,
they go
okay.
on their Christmas vacation, New Year's parties, and then they get back ready for the gloves. So once a year I do this one, and this year I'm going to plan on doing a few other events as well.
Okay. And the Golden Gloves, is that, again, I know nothing about this stuff. The Golden Gloves, is that a, how am I going to
Is
phrase
Daily
it?
News?
A continual,
Yeah.
it's a continual thing? Like
Yeah,
all through the
it's-
year,
I-
there's
I
different
think it's-
fights?
Yeah, I think it's going on its 87th
Yeah,
annual year.
87th year.
And I mean,
It's
they used to
sponsored
always
by the
have
Daily
it.
News.
Yeah, they used to have it in Madison Square Garden. This year, actually, I fought at the Barclays Center where the Nets play.
Really?
So it's
And
pretty
the-
cool fighting on big screens.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's amazing.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel
Well,
that they changed it from the theater to Barclays Center?
I think they should have kept it at the Garden.
Right?
Yeah.
I totally, yeah.
But after the
I
event,
understand the
the
Barclays
best-
Center is
yeah.
huge and it's
You know
awesome.
what? It's big and huge, but it
it's
don't
not-
sell out.
yeah.
And it's too open. It's just not the
It's not
upbringing
the
of boxing.
thing. It's not as intimate,
You know,
right?
it's taken away
Yeah.
from its
The
roots.
nostalgia of it.
Yes.
I mean, remember
You
fighting?
tell everyone you fought at the Garden your whole
Yeah.
life. You tell everyone
I mean,
I won the gloves at the Garden.
but I do think that it's going to create a new history, and I think it
Yeah,
will.
Barclays Center's the new thing right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that. I mean,
The setup, I
back when
think,
it
is nicer.
started, when I
though.
used to go, when we used to fight, they were smoking in there.
Yeah, that's
as
cool.
you were fighting. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good atmosphere.
They were smoking, and some guys smoked in between rounds. You know what I mean? I mean, it was bad. The whole place was filled with smoke.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
boxers are up there catching it all.
Quick question. Do Golden Glove, all boxers or fighters come out to a song, right?
No,
Or is that
only on my show. That's why my show is pretty cool because they like that whole the atmosphere
Okay,
of walking to
so,
the ring.
okay, right, so you will be.
Yeah.
Okay, are you allowed to say what it is, or you'd
I
rather
mean,
not?
I actually gave him a song, but I'm not sure yet. I might change it, so I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
so
not
you
sure. I
got
don't want to say a song yet.
Do you come out
Yeah,
to it?
yeah.
Do you
I'm
want?
coming out to White Snake. Here I go again.
Oh, great song.
Here I go again.
Good.
Kid,
And did
that's
you have a
nice.
song when you fought? That
Me?
You, yeah. Did you have a particular song? That
I
when
kind of
you
get
fought?
made fun of this, but I don't
Trademark?
care. I came out to my first pro fight.
I'm
I'm
So
bringing
Pretty?
"Sexy" back by Justin Timberlake.
Whatever it
You know
takes,
what?
whatever.
If you come out to that and still kick,
I knocked the guy. I knocked him out in the first round.
Well, that's what's funny
Sleeping.
because every time we go to a fight, there'll be one guy fighting where he's got a crowd full of people and he's like comes out like a real badass, and I'm like, wow, Vin. We'll always say to each other, who do you think's going to win?
Yeah.
He knows more about the guys and everything. But a lot of times I go by the look, and that guy gets his ass kicked. Like recently, right? We just at Upski a couple of weeks ago. This guy was looked like such a badass the whole time, waiting to get on his
And
fight.
what'd I say?
When he walked in with the robe and he came in the ring and everything, and he had a crowd of people cheering.
Oh, poor guy.
Holding
Everybody was
signs,
yelling,
dolls.
sit down. Everybody's saying, sit down, sit down, dolls.
That's how the kid beat up.
It was horrible how bad he got beaten.
Oh man.
Just so you can't always go by, you really can't always go
I
by
tell
a
you
look.
what, the
He
crowd
tells me
got
that all the
quiet
time.
fast.
Yeah.
He walked away with a puss on.
Oh.
So,
You know what I mean?
so
It
the song,
happens.
I'm bringing sexy back.
Yeah.
I'm sure people said, oh.
Yeah, I had the shiny suit out.
Yeah, but you probably
That's
got
why he likes the macho.
the
He's
Golden
my
Glove,
boy.
so-
Macho with himself there.
Yeah, definitely.
He inspired me. So.
Remember what's his name? The Prince.
Yeah, Prince,
He used to come out
Prince
dancing.
Prince
Yeah,
Ahmed,
he
yeah.
drove me
Ahmed.
crazy. Took him like a
We're
half an
wrapping it
hour.
up.
Well, listen,
come on.
I know, it goes so fast.
I
We
just
got to have
hope
you
it
guys back, but you know what? We'll have you guys back after you win the championship again, because it's going to happen. But I want to say again, next Friday, November 22nd at the Upski Hotel, both of these fights. November 22nd, Friday, Bobby Campbell's fighting. And then on the 30th, Alex Vargas, which Kristian Vasquez is promoting. You guys are awesome. I admire you all for your strength and your courage and your no guts, no glory attitude.
Yeah, I like
and we
it.
wish you the best. We'll be at your fights, and everybody come down and see these guys. The fights are going to be great.
Yeah, don't miss
And
it.
Phil,
This
thanks
is
for sitting on the
entertaining.
calculus,
Thank
honey.
you.
My man
Thank
Phil.
you.
Thank
Everybody
you
have a great
for
weekend.
filling in for me.
Anytime.
That's right.
Anytime.
Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
Peace out.
Ciao.
That was great. You guys-